Hey everyone, this is Jesse doing a video on the Bioreactor. This is a compost pile where basically you have wire mesh on the outside in a 6-foot circle or so. You want to pile in as much carbon as possible in the pile, and then you have these air, intakes or whatnot. And you can see that there's just wire mesh with landscape fabric around it. Basically the idea is that you pile up everything, you have these air pillars which should be about a foot away from, or have a foot diameter around. I probably should have had about 5 in here, but that's fine. And then you will water the pile every day, and doing so will compost it. You add in compost worms at a certain time, and then at the end of a year, I know it's a long time, but you should have the most life compost possible. They've done studies on it. It's called the Johnson-Su Bioreactor. But basically you can kind of see here, I have different layers of everything. I've put in wood chips, mulch, compost, anything I could get my hands on. I didn't have an easy supply of wood chips, otherwise I would have just done that. This is a good representation of what it looks like on the side. That stuff in the middle is almost like clay, so that is the stuff you want. It's can kind of firm up into a ball, so that is the good soil that you're looking for. It will have so much life in there, and it'll just help your plants grow really well. So you can see at the bottom I piled in some leaves, and those don't seem to have composted too well on the very outside, so they probably weren't getting watered very well at all. I had compost worms in here. I'm down in Texas, we have fire ants. The compost worms seem to have done pretty well. You can see right here, there's one. So typically fire ants can kill all of your compost worms if they find them, but this was doing just fine. You can see a bunch of pill bugs or roly-polies in there. And yeah, so I am digging this out. See, there's some fire ants right there. I'm digging this out and putting it in the garden beds. I'm done with this. I put in the biochar just to kind of absorb a lot of that life and charge the biochar. So kind of layer everything, differently, compost, biochar, etc. And then spread it out in the garden, put it next to trees, things like that, and should work pretty well. So I'll have to test and see where I place it, how well things grow. I need to plant some seeds, and I'll put this along with those seeds to just monitor, like cucumbers or melons, things like that, on how it looks. But so far so good. I just spread some out into these garden beds, raised it up a little bit, so I'll plant some things in here. I think I have some Brussels sprouts that are currently growing, and they just got through a winter freeze. Some mulberry cuttings that I have in here that I'll need to dig up, and I'll plant some vegetables in there. And then this bed is just full of thornless blackberries, and I'm looking to kind of trellis them up and grow them that way. And then of course on the end is all the fish, and sometimes I'll dump the fish water into the bioreactor just to get some more life in there. And it kind of makes a lot of compost. So if you're able to get just a single thing or a load of wood chips and make this, get it set up. I just used an irrigation. I have irrigation to the yard, so I set up this sprayer, just a regular, you can see that, Rainbird sprinkler with a flexible sprinkler pipe, and it was set here in the middle, zip tied with one of those T-posts over there in the corner. So it would run every day for a couple minutes, make sure everything was getting watered well, and then you don't have to worry about it. Just kind of check on it every once in a while, make sure it's getting watered, but pretty low maintenance, just a very long duration. With that, if you have any questions, just let me know, comment below, and we'll do some more videos later.